Hey lads, how you doing? We're going to be returning with the reviews that we only started with about 2 of and said we'd do more, but totally lied to ourselves. But we're going to finally get it back now that I've practiced my editing and actually started to pretend like I'm going to upload content one day. And we were just kind of shooting the shit and decided we would look at together one Black Ops and Kamen America crossover. Is it Kamen America and Black Ops or the other way around?
It's Black Ops.
It's Black Ops Kamen
I
America.
got it right! Oh, thank fuck for me. So, starting off, we're gonna ask ourselves how we feel about this story, and then a little notes we're gonna want to cover, and then give it an overall rating. So, first off, what's the story of our little Kamen America Black Ops crossover?
Well, it's a basic story. To be fair, though, it's basically bad team want to get a relic. Good team has to track him down and stop him, basically.
Not overly complicated, but there's nothing wrong with that.
No, but it combines the two stories of Black Ops and Kamen America, as Carly, aka Kamen America, tracks down the bad guys of Black Ops. Well, with the help of the Black Ops team, obviously, they kind of bring her in. I think it was the end of Black Ops Volume 3.
I was going to say that the crossover was fairly seamless, considering that I didn't even know which characters were from what team.
Yeah, because Buster, you're kind of into it now for first time, right?
No, that's true.
You never read previous issues, so how did you feel about the story being the new guy into it, actually?
I was a wee bit lost at first, right? I didn't know anything about Black Ops, I don't know anything about Kamen America. I haven't read any of these previous issues before, so I kind of dived in, and that was a bit of a mistake on my part. This is something you definitely need to read the prior comics to be able to understand fully what's happening, but you didn't have to be able to, you didn't have to know all of that to enjoy this comic, I felt. I still enjoyed myself with it.
I would say, if you're a Black Ops, if you've only read Black Ops, this would be a good book. I will say the book does make sure to tell you to read the previous volumes, because you will be a little lost, especially when Kamen America comes into it.
It could be a little surface
the overall story is mainly for Black Ops, I would say, because I would say 95% of it is characters from the Black Ops books.
Yes. You get Kamen America, and later you get Kamen Comet, which I feel was kind of underused, actually. Or, she was there and she was prominent. I just don't feel she was necessary.
Yeah, I don't. I think it was. I don't want to. It was a good book, but I would say that Kamen America wasn't really totally needed.
Yeah, she wasn't very utilized.
She was the powerhouse, basically, right?
Yeah.
That's her point. Yeah. Her motivation there was she went after Vicky, which is the villain from Kamen America.
Yeah.
So the villains kind of teamed up as well, and thus forcing Carly and the Black Ops team together, which that makes sense, and I enjoyed it.
I would say though, I think they purposely keep Kamen America out of it because it's like the Superman effect, right? So, like, say if Batman's fighting Scarecrow or whatever, it's going to be kind of challenging for Batman. But if you bring Superman into it, instantly over. So they kind of have Kamen America doing her own thing, her own mission, flying around, spotting, stuff like that. So she isn't at the forefront of the action.
Right,
because it would be instantly over, basically.
I suppose that's why the book is called Black Ops / Kamen America, not the other way around.
Like guest star in Kamen America, yeah.
The Black Ops team is definitely way more prominent, which I didn't mind.
What about Apex Moth? Is he a Kamen America one, or is he a Black Ops villain?
Who?
He's
Apex
a Black Ops, I think he's a Black Ops one, right?
Yeah, he's a Black Ops. This is mainly Black Ops material.
The one from Kamen America is Vicky.
Yeah, Vermilion, Vicky. She is in Kamen America. That's the only, the only characters in this book from Kamen America is Vicky, Carly, and Misha, if that's a spoiler. But Misha's in it, so
Yeah.
I'd probably
I
say
like a bit of Misha. I'm glad she was in it. I just feel
like
she didn't need to be.
mate. I like a little bit of these mates.
She didn't need to be in the book, but I guess they kind of wanted her to be in because they were, they're doing this crossover. So
yeah, of course.
And if they wanted to be a bit more fan service, they could have had Kimiko in there for me. But
Yes.
aka Kamen Ramen. I mean, I like me some Kamen Ramen. I will say though, this kind of makes me like Black Ops more than Kamen America. I do really enjoy Kamen America, but Black Ops is a lot more grounded. I say grounded, but it's a team of animals, with like missiles in the shells and all that lot. But
when it comes to the structure of the story, the start was kind of slower for me, and as a second language English speaker, I little bit struggled with the words. I'm read it slow. That's
I did
what
feel there
happened
was a bit of jargon. There was some very wordy moments.
Yeah, This is especially in the first half.
Yes, it very quickly picks up.
The first half, in my opinion, can be a bit slow paced, and there is a page specifically where it's all kind of dialogue. I can't remember what page it is, but it's basically Penelope, the female hero in Black Ops, talking to Carly from Kamen America, and there's a lot of dialogue in there, and obviously I do understand, that a lot of dialogues is sometimes, exposition is sometimes needed, but even if it is needed, it can throw readers off. Even though, like I said, if it is needed, which is in the book, but it can throw people off.
Yeah, there was also one particular little panel where I tripped up trying to read it about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I will say I think they save a lot of the exposition dump for the scientist in the book, or the general. Can't remember which one. I think he's kind of the exposition dump guy, but the one I'm specifically talking about it's not him, and I feel like they could have cut out a lot of the dialogue.
Just sort that down.
And just basically, which would basically help us see a lot more of the art that Tim's done.
It's very separated. Like the first half is very much slower than the second half. The second half is basically all action and goes way quicker.
Again, at the start of the comic, there's like little to no dialogue, so then you get hit with the big page full of dialogue.
Baloney.
So
there's tons of it, and then it gets straight to the action. Is where it really starts to pick up.
Second half of the book, I would say, is amazing.
It's quite funny that for me, when I started really paying attention, was when all the animals started doing their things. Again, I didn't really know much about. I knew nothing about Black Ops, especially when I came into this, right? But after reading this, I became more of a fan of Black Ops than I did Kamen America. Black Ops definitely seems like more of my personal thing than the anime girl shtick. So
definitely the animals were used creatively. Like each of them were split into teams.
I love Patriot.
Each team had, they had special challenges for themselves. I thought those were very fun little sequences.
I especially enjoy Patriota and Rigor Tortoise's team up.
They're awesome.
You have a little cute panel with like Patriota and going through a hole with a little torch on Rigor Tortoise.
Little fight scene. It's awesome. I love those two. They deserve their own spin-off. I absolutely love them.
I would fully back a Rigor Tortoise Patriota team up book.
Yeah. Oh, Booster, you would
throw my money at it, especially when like Patriota uses like Rigor Tortoise as a machine gun.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's a big fun.
That was great.
Love that stuff.
Did you know, Booster, that Matt Veldman actually drew the Patriota origin?
I think he
did fun with that.
Black Ops. If you got the omnibus for Black Ops, you can see it in there.
Look what I have to buy now. Ugh.
Terrible, right? It's a lot of fun. Do you guys want to quickly talk about the art?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, the art is, as always.
We all know Tim Lim, so
yes.
you know,
Tim
so
Lim, the artist.
our opinions are probably going to be biased when we say that we love his art.
Right.
We don't mean
Okay.
we don't mean to kiss his ass totally, but you know, just a little. Just Tim, remember we gave you a good review, so you know, favors, right?
Yes.
Tim also said that I had a great character idea as well.
Oh yeah,
I just
yeah,
want to
exactly.
put that out
Well,
there.
look at that, sucking up to him again.
Butter each other up well, yeah.
Yeah. Throughout the Black Ops Kamen America, we've seen Tim's art actually evolve quite a bit, in my opinion.
Yes, and I would say for the better.
I'd say it's definitely more dynamic, I'd say.
Some
he's
awesome
worked
shots
on that a lot.
Some awesome action shots.
One thing I'll say, there's one sequence where Usagi, or USAGI, chucks a grenade, and I bloody love that sequence. It was so dynamic, it was very creative use of the bunny, the way it moves kind of way. Big fan of that.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Very cool
you're on about where the villain gets shot in the head, obviously in the helmet, and she's like, "Finish him off now!" And Usagi kind of like does like a little hop that throws a grenade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like,
that's cool as hell.
It's very dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
The perspective is great as well.
I love some of the lighting.
Every panel kind of just has different angles, so it's not just boring flat shots.
I don't know if it was inspired by Mega Man, but this kid reminded me of Mega Man.
Yeah, especially the scientist guy. He's very Mega Man-esque.
Absolutely.
And then, should we talk about the giant eagle?
That absolute middle thing. Yeah. I just heard fucking, "Here I am."
So this is almost a spoiler territory, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
basically,
spoilers, by the way,
the
for a
big,
review. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The big bad of the story turns out to be a cryptic as well, which is this huge giant eagle that shoots fire and
it's
lightning.
Not fire, it's lightning, isn't it? Well, yeah, it does do a bit of fire.
It's both.
Yeah.
Have you even read the book?
I forgot because it mainly did lightning.
Very frightening.
But yeah,
that is.
It reminded me of Zapdos. I think it reminded Booster as well.
Yeah, I immediately thought of Zapdos.
But yeah, it's just a giant eagle that shoots lightning and fire. It was great. Like, there's especially there's especially a panel where it shows what's she called now? The blonde lady in Black Ops. She's stood with the eagle, and the eagle is basically looking at us. Well, I say at us, but Carly with black eyes with red pupils.
There's no narration box, no dialogue. Doesn't need to be there. It's a very well done scene.
Yeah, the way that was handled was great. There was also a scene that made us chuckle. There was two scenes that made us chuckle with Usagi. It was basically where she's asking for this villain's asking for a knife.
No knife. I love the way he talks. Right, it's just like a little picture, but you understand what he's saying immediately. Just the little prompts. It's very cute.
The second one that made us laugh a little bit was it's like it's basically like the origin of Usagi. It's like why is he so upset? And if you look at the projector, it's basically the Hiroshima bombing in World War II.
I don't think we're supposed to be laughing at that sociopath.
Well, I thought it was funny. Dark humor.
I don't know if that was supposed to be funny.
A lot of Black Ops is very good mix of cute and dark and brutal.
Mark Pellegrini, please reach out to us if you intended the Hiroshima scene to be funny.
I mean, 10 out of 10, obviously, but still.
I mean, it doesn't change the book in any way. Like, even though I find it funny, I do understand why he's upset by it.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
It's just like
it's a bit miffed.
The funny side to it is just a bunny being angry and upset about like a new atomic bomb being set off. Like, I think it's just because it's so bizarre that it kind of makes you laugh, but you do sympathize
Makes you
because he
laugh,
lost a
fucking maniac.
because he lost a loved one during that.
You guys want to go to the rating? I think
not yet.
Not yet.
We need to talk about stuff that we didn't like.
Whoa. Okay, let's do it.
What do I absolutely hate?
Basically, we mentioned the page of dialogue in a specific page. Like I said, even though it is necessary sometimes, it can throw readers off.
To me, it was not. I didn't have problem with one page full of dialogue. It just the first half was very wordy in general.
A bit too slow paced the first half. But
it was a bit slower.
There's a 180 on you, and it's
it does extreme 180, and then it's just full on action.
You kind of forgive it because the second half is just very well paced, very awesome.
There was a panel that I noticed with a narration box where the narration box is blue and the font is white, and I don't think that was a good mix.
Oh, now we're really nitpicking.
if we're actually nitpicking, I don't know if this happened to you, but sometimes the text bubbles, kind of led my eye differently than it was supposed to be read. I think it was like just 2 or 3 panels that happened to me. I don't know if you guys had the same issue.
Here and there, it looked like some letters mixed in together.
That can happen when there are a lot of dialogue boxes. It can really jumble which way it was intended to be read. Yeah.
This is we should specify.
This is very nitpicky.
This is very nitpicky.
Like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, that's how they should feel it. We have to nitpick to find things wrong with it. That's spectacular.
Yeah, that's how good the book is. You have to actually nitpick.
And we're not even remotely biased in that.
There's one page of art where the big thing happens, and we have there Carly and the main bad guy with the bird. And man, I just love that one page. It has no dialogue and it's beautiful.
We talked about that, you fool.
No. It was
I just wanted to.
It was
different page.
Different page, wasn't it?
This is a different page. Yeah.
Huh? Sure.
There's plenty of beautiful pages in this book. Come on, shut up.
I think it was one of the first about the time it was released from its sleep.
Yeah.
That Shabby's talking about.
And then you have the one towards the end. Yeah, there's a bunch of beautiful pages. Come on.
Yeah.
The fact that we're not sure which one is the beautiful page, that's like big props to the art, right?
I guess so. I guess when you put it that way, yeah.
I noticed a little pickle reference. A guy wearing like a pickle shirt.
Pickle reference. Are you sure it wasn't just a bunch of ovals or something? You just want to believe it's
in the Kamen universe. There's a pickle brand.
I'm a brand in the Kamen America Black Ops universe.
Pickles is legit brand of clothing, which is friggin' awesome if you ask me.
Of course.
So obviously 10 out of 10 on that one alone.
Of course.
I just wanted to point out that cameo.
I have a gym stand apparently in Kamen America universe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right, so I also have a prediction as well that the big bad in Black Ops, I think he's called a moth.
Oh, spoilers! Shit.
Well, he's in all.
This is potential spoilers for something that doesn't even come out if you guess it right.
Well, my prediction is that the moth guy, the big bad, is the soldier that helped Usagi in his origin. I could be wildly off, but that was just the
feeling you got.
Yeah.
There's a little hint, I think, but yes, I'm excited where this leads. This does excite me for the future of this universe of theirs. Gotta say.
I will say, another thing that we noticed that we weren't really keen on is there was a scene with Vicky. I guess she's the bad guy in Kamen America. She kind of has like a character U-turn, kind of, very quickly, and then she escapes.
She a little.
We kind of, Yeah, Brewster's got a crush on her.
I love her. And her regular human form with the glasses. I wanna give a little smooch on the cheek.
I do feel that the U-turn and escape was intentional. In fact, there is a decency in this character.
They're redeeming Vicky basically, right?
Well, if you do not read Kamen America, that will be kind of like it would put you off a little bit because you don't know this character.
I mean, at this point, they can afford to assume everyone read their previous books, right?
Yeah, because Kamen America is wildly popular.
Yeah, they kind of have that benefiting them. So I feel like it wasn't a big issue at all.
I'm not saying it is a big issue because we're
nitpicking. I get it. Yeah. Okay, boys, let's go to rating.
Go to the ratings.
Yeah.
I would easily give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Oh my lord, it's very high.
I was thinking 8.5.
I was gonna give it 2 bunnies.
Actually, no. Let me revise it because the first half was pretty wordy. I'm going off the second half of the book, which would, if I was going off the second half of the book, I'd give it a 10 out of 10.
Oh.
Right.
If I was going off the first half, it would be like a 7. So I would, 8.5, maybe a 9. During that kind of rating.
If you have it in context with the price, it's easily so much worth the money.
Yeah, we can talk about the price. The price is a steal. It's like if you're an American backer, you can pre-order it for like $10, and it's like it's a 60-page. Book.
Here's the thing: with the price, with the context of that, it's easily 10 out of 10 book. Do it. I think they're doing hardcover.
If you're working the price into it, is a 10 out of 10.
Absolutely. So this is our best recommendation so far, I think, from our little series. Look at that.
Look at that.
It's almost like we choose books we actually enjoyed to review.
How wild.
How wild. No drama here.
Is it crazy that we love reading books that we enjoy?
I love books. I love comic books.
But also with books that you love and enjoy, there is critique to be had in there.
Yes.
Without causing any drama, I think
and Mike Pellegrini might block us on everything after this.
No.
Mike Pellegrini especially, he's like, "Oh, you think I'm too wordy, eh? Fuck you guys."
No, we have the utmost respect for Tim and Mark.
Please don't.
They will actually send assassins to our houses.
Please don't ruin all our potential contacts with an iconic comics. We just want to kiss our way up to the top. Is that so wrong?
If Mark or Tim are listening to this is just us sucking up to. So you like us for iconics.
I'm definitely not sucking up to him for him to put Sugar Rush into Black Ops or Kamen America.
All of this needs to be cut. We come up like such a friggin' arse slimers.
This is all staying in.
Oh boy.
They know that we're messing.
Yeah, totally.
Oh yeah.
Wink.
Yeah. Wink, haha.
Anywho, that's us reviewing Black Hole.
Thanks
for
Kamen America. Watching. If you actually watched it. Okay, bye. Love you. Bye. Mwah.
Share this video.